Nilo are here from the Somali Center for Family Services, and they provide services not only to Somalian Canadians, but also to others. And they have some employment information that they can provide clients. So I'll turn things over to them and let them give you some information.
Yeah, thank you very much for inviting today to join about this to share and discuss our services for the newcomers and enlarge different communities from different ethnic backgrounds. And my name is Abdul Kadir Yusuf. I'm settlement program coordinator at Somali Center for Family Services, and my colleague is also our presentation today. Consists in two parts. The first part, the general part, and the second part about how we support, particularly focus about the employment support services. And Nilo will give the second part, and I will introduce the first part about general information, the settlement programs for the newcomers. And as you see that maybe Nilo, you can next slide, first slide. And general information about our center. The center was the mission. The mission of the center was to help the newcomers, regardless from different backgrounds, from different ethnic groups, to access to resources that are available for the newcomers. Yes, that's next one, Nilo.
Yes, and I am trying to go to next page.
No, the slide. Next slide.
If I don't think you are presenting right now, Nilo. If you want to go up to the top where it says slideshow.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Yeah, if you go to slideshow and then click on from current slide.
Yeah, here. That background. Yeah, here.
Okay, perfect. Now it's active.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, here. And then as you see that we serve the community or the newcomers in large from different backgrounds for the last 30 plus years, and we provide services that help them to access to resources and to settle and integrate into the new society. That's the main goal of our services, is to support and empower the newcomers to access the resources, to make aware about what resources are available for them. And that's particularly for newcomers, my departments. We have different departments, youth departments, senior departments, as well as also the other department for the people who are not new in Canada, those who are established in Canada, already settled. So our department is only for the people who are new in Canada. Next slide, please, Nilo. This is our mission. As you see, our mission is to assist newcomers and multi-ethnic communities and vulnerable community members through several programs that are culturally responsive, inclusiveness, and also equity. One of our principles is also to include all the newcomers, regardless from their status, regardless from immigration status, regardless from their background, regardless from the gender. Also, we have to serve all the newcomers from different backgrounds, different social status. Next, please. And this is the general information, how we help the newcomers, The newcomers, we help to conduct need assessments and facilitate registration information, and also connect the community resource centers. These three core services are our core service for the newcomers to conduct. The reason that we do assessments to identify their specific needs, because the newcomers have different groups, different needs, different specific needs. So to identify, and also to identify the challenge they face every group, for example, and to set a settlement plan, and to connect. The next slide, this one also information facilitation about the information. Maybe go back to the next one. The previous one, to facilitate to information of different topics like housing, employment, health, to access all of these services, because it's very important in newcomers. When they are new to Canada, they lack information about how to access services. The third one is community connection. Also, we connect to different resources about the community that will support their needs. For example, social networking resources. Next, please. And this is therefore we have a diverse group of the services, settlement workers who help the newcomers from different backgrounds. We offer different languages. The official Canadian language, English and French, Arabic, Somali, Farsi, Amharic, Tigrinya, Afar, Pashto, and also the Farsi. Because our settlement workers are different backgrounds. So in order to accommodate the diversity and to promote also diversity, in order to also promote inclusivity, people who are underserved, people who have challenge to access the service, for example. Therefore, we also to remove the language barrier from different ethnic groups. Some ethnic groups have language barrier to access the resource. Therefore, in order to, in the early stage of the settlement process, we facilitate as to providing interpretation service. Next slide, please. This is general information about this. Is like also the current programs where we always organize this kind of programs. For example, what we call the English, everyday English. This is informal language classes. It's informal because there's always challenge about waiting list, about the accessing to link program or EST program. Therefore, not only that, even those who are low literacy, for example, they need to at least learn something basic and then to prepare about to do the assessment test. Therefore, this program through the English conversation, through the one-on-one service to come center every day, and then our volunteers facilitate this kind of programs. We facilitate also basic teacher programs, since these days are a lot of information is through digital. Therefore, to improve to access the resource, employment resource, how to apply the jobs online, how to access information about employment to access. Therefore, those who are in need or difficult to access through digital, therefore we have programs here, someone who can help here to apply to see information from also this also another information that we always organize and facilitate, how to prepare citizenship class, how to do all this stuff. Okay, next please. And this is also one of our programs, volunteer program. This is very, very important program at our center. We always connect to newcomers to the other resources that they can gain Canadian experience in order to access to employment opportunities, because most of the difficulty that they face newcomers is sometimes mostly is the Canadian experience, where they can get Canadian experience. Therefore, we always help them to connect to other resources available for them, particularly the youth group. During the summertime, for example, at least whenever we have a availability of employment summer jobs, availability of the volunteering, then we always recruit volunteers. Thank you very much. And next slide, please. This is the general programs who are beneficiaries of our programs: youth group, senior group, volunteer programs, and this settlement and integration programs. Okay, is there any question regarding about what we are discussing so far? I'm very happy to answer if there is some comments and suggestions that you are. Yeah, thank you very much. Next slide, please. Yeah, next part is part 2, and Nilo will share. I'm also here to any questions regarding about how we help the newcomers about the employment support, employment related services. Okay, go ahead, Nilo.
Hello, my name is Nilafar. I'm settlement counselor at Somali Center for Family Services. So I will share a little bit information about the employment support. So employment support is really important, I think, for everyone, especially for the newcomers. We have some programs building their employment foundation. So how we have Canadian employment orientation, how they should understand about the employment services, work, and how to navigate the job market in Canada. Canadian style resume, we help them with the resume because most newcomers, once they come in Canada, they don't know how to find a job, and even for basic job, they need a resume. So we help them for preparing the resumes, hands-on support to build the resume and meet the Canadian employer standards, and the cover letter writing. We help them. They will learn how to write an effective cover letter that gets noticed by the employer. And we help them how to apply online jobs. So we provide workshops how to apply for jobs using Canadian Jobs platform and portals, and workplace readiness, understanding the workplace culture and what employers expect from newcomers. And we are helping them to connect with the community and referrals, so networking events to build professional connections in Ottawa. We share information about the local jobs fairs and employment events across the city, about summer jobs information for students, reference matches to individual needs, such as CCRW, YMC Employment Service, YSP Employment Ontario Programs, OCDPS and OCBS. And we have another program, SCFS Youth Mentorship. This is for youth, ACB youth age 14 to 18 in Ottawa. Careers guidance and academic support and leadership development. We have mentorship pairing, one-to-one academic support, and monthly events and leadership trainings, school presentation and career workshops, and resources and other information for the youth program. So we encourage more newcomers as they are new in Canada, if they are educated, if their language is good, then we encourage them to share information if they can apply for volunteer. So that will be a benefit for them. They will get experience and they'll know the environment, the culture of the Canadian market and the employer. So that will help for them for their resume, and it will be beneficial for the community as well. This is our address, phone number, email address, and website if you have any question. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sophie and Niloufar. That was wonderful. Okay, so we are inviting any students who would like to ask a question to raise your hand. There's a hand at the bottom, and you can turn on your microphone, and then I'll call on you to ask a question if you'd like to ask a question.
Sure.
Any student who would like to ask a question, more information about what the Somali Family Services can do for you? Marion. Marion has a question. I didn't even realize she joined us. Okay.
I wanted to make sure that the slides had been found. Sorry about that, Yusuf Abdul Kadir. Thank you for joining us today, and I'm sure they had some interesting information. The other day when I was at the expo at YMCA, there was something about a specific program for mentorship. I believe it was with for Black people. Is it specific to a certain?
No, that our mentorship program is not specific for just for the students for the age. Maybe go back to slide, maybe Nilo. That slide we explained about the age. That's for all our services is not specific for specific group. Our services is to all newcomers, regardless from different background, regardless for the social status, regardless for immigration status, regardless even sexual orientation.
Background.
So, therefore, sometimes we have specific programs, specific someone department, for example, session for some group who are under a service, who have challenge to access service due to language barrier, due to, for example, other circumstances. But our services is to open for all the newcomers.
Okay.
though there is eligibility also, we also have eligible who is eligible for this service and who is not eligible for this service. For example, in my department, for example, that work is specific for the newcomers. When we call newcomers, means those who are still permanent residents, who are not Canadian citizens, not those who are established or settled already. Therefore, we have programs there who are those who are established or who are settled or Canadian citizens. There are programs for seniors, there are programs for youth, for example, there are programs. But when it comes to the social status or social, there is some, for example, we have specific programs for some specific group. Then that's why maybe the flyer that we are promoting is that.
Well, and that's what I was asking about, because I think that it was a separate flyer specifically to address newcomers. Do you have those flyers handy?
No, that's not for the newcomer. That program is, if you see a specific program for the Black youth group, for example, it's a specific program for that. But in general, that program also available for in general to the public.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not. It doesn't mean.
But where do we find more information about those?
Yeah, you can contact the youth. I will connect you to that information for that group, the mentorship program.
Yes, it's a mentorship program specifically.
Yeah. No, go maybe Nilo. Maybe you can go back to Nilo that slide for for example.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. But our services is not for. We are not excluding. This is one of our mandates. One of our mission is the
inclusivity. I recognize that. It's just that sometimes it does help to have those specific programs, and so it's, I think, good for students to recognize there are opportunities in different ways.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Is it clear now?
I don't know. Can Nilüfer show the flyer by any chance?
No, not flyer, because the program is the flyer we have, not of my settlement department, but it's a youth mentorship program. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But I can send you, we'll share our contact to that.
When they say youth, what is the ages?
The age is there. Maybe the age is there.
Yeah, the age was there, 18 to 24.
18 to 24 years old? Okay.
Yeah,
but that's one group. The other group also is less than that even. It's less than that. For example, the other group, maybe 14 to something. Yeah.
Okay, it just might be good to, I'm going to, you can send it in the follow-up notes. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Does anyone else have a question they'd like to ask about employment services or any other services? Is anyone in this group looking for a job? Maybe not now, maybe in the future. Okay. I think they are a little shy. I think the students are a little shy about asking questions, but I know that you had presented lots of interesting information for us about what your services are, and I know that we hopefully will get some information that we can also pass on to the students for them to read as well. So that's great. Okay, thank you both.
Yeah. Let me clarify one thing, because we are not employment support service center. We are not employment an agency who specializes for employment. We are an agency here who serve the community in general, community-based organization. So when we talk about the employment support services, what we are going to help the newcomers is, for example, the resource available at our center. For example, what kind of resource available? We have, for example, it's a resource center that the people who are looking for a job, they can come, they use their computer, they access to the internet, they access the photocopy, they access to print their resume. Also, there is someone who can help them while they are doing the resume preparation and also applying on job online. Those who are difficult to access, for example, internet services, for example, just like other community resource centers, they are here access to the searching for job search programs through other center. Whoever has unable who cannot afford, for example, to have computer or internet at their home, therefore they are here resource center who can help. They can come here and then do whatever they want when they are looking for a job.
Yes.
Whatever help that they get from service, I mean the staff. That's
and that's a great resource too. Access to computers and the internet, and then having someone there that perhaps can help them, or perhaps refer them to somewhere else that can also help them, like another dedicated or a specifically a specific center specific to help people look for work. But those kinds of ways of helping are also a great first step for a lot of people. Thank you both so much for coming and taking time to present to our students. We really appreciate it. And thank you both to the students as well, to the students who came. Thank you. And take care, everyone. I hope you have enjoyed the rest of the employment fair as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good day.
Bye. You too. Have a good day.
For coming.